things first. My name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. All right. So basically, yesterday I was doing a YouTube video on talking about how we got this amazing setup with a company, charity group that is going to let us be to display our screens. They are going to be using my screens in the process and just showing up some of the big windows we're going to be working on for our new technology. In that process, we got an interesting phone call from a supporter of Crows who basically mentioned defending Crow multiple times in the phone call. Also, too, felt the need to call me the N word multiple times in the video. And this is why we say Crow associates himself with these people and also to supports this nonsense. Because again, with the I guess we're supposed to be a clip from the Bad Boys. I mean, from people that I talked to from here to there about that, there are plenty of clips that could have been used in that movie for the Bad Boys, the thumbnail, using a KKK member with a burning cross in the background. It's not exactly good taste at all, period. And he knew exactly what he was doing when he posted it. So did Jamie knew what he was doing when he posted it. And that was there for 5 years. And not once did he come in and say, hey, look, I don't want this associated with my business. This is going to put a bad stain on my business. I need you to change up that thumbnail to something else. He didn't. He supported it. So, these are people that you do talk to on the phone. These are individuals that do say the N-word probably quite a few times. And I'm pretty sure you've said it also, too. And the reason why, because we have gotten colorful emails from this individual naming me Blackbird, stuff like that. So, yes, he does support it. And he does support those who basically support racists against other races. This is some of the text messages that we have received due to Jamie's lies. Now, again, before we even knew who Jamie was, we were never ever labeled as scammers, ever. Because, again, we didn't know who he was. All that scamming nonsense, calling us scammers, all came from Jamie. All that came from him from the door. That's why when you go to civil court, when we're going to be requesting from serious jail time, that was basically all that was extended from him, making up the rumors that we were scamming, we were cheating people, doing false demonstrations against our products, mixing it with black paint and saying that he bought the product legit and this is what we're doing and everything we're doing. He started all that nonsense. And this is the reason why when we are going to be facing in civil court, it won't be 5 years. I'm finding out it could be 5 to 20, it could be 10 to 20 years they're going to ask for jail time because of now we have received death threats. And this all comes from Jamie's actions of telling people that we were scamming and cheating people all these years, and we weren't cheating anyone at all, period. But he made all this up. So this is some of the messages we received, basically with the N-word and basically calling out Hector, which has nothing to do with this. He's just basically a fellow who tests our products, putting him on blast. Jamie has reached out and threatened just about everybody that we've had have done business with us. Associates that we have now have made it crystal clear to Mr. Fernando, if you reach out to them, they will reach out to you. You will not like the outcome of it all. They already know what kind of. So all this racial nonsense all stems from Jamie. Let me show you this nonsense right here. This is the actual phone call. This was sent to the courts right here. These are all racial slurs, all kinds of stuff. Tons of messages that were basically going through one after the next. All some of them were traced back to his IP address with some very colorful, interesting stuff in it. And this right here is the call where the fellow came in, mentioned Jamie's name as one of his supporters. So as the other fellow who, like I said, my friends were talking about this, we all seen Bad Boys. I've seen Bad Boys 2 and Bad Boys 1. There is plenty of interesting thumbnails that you can use besides a Ku Klux Klan member next to a burning cross. That's the last thing you want to use. That's the last thing you want to have. He should have known better, basically, him calling himself being a businessman, of having anybody use that as a thumbnail. He should have said, nope, no, guess what? You need to change it to something else. I don't want to be affiliated with that at all, period. Get something else. But he didn't. It sat there for 5 years and he did nothing. This right here is the fellow who contacted us again this morning, one of Jamie's supporters, who basically now is calling the Karen cries. He is basically stating that We are the racist now. I'm supposed to be the racist person. There's this new phone number right there. He just posted right there. And tell me, look here, you racist. I can't be that person at the end of the day because you called me right here in a live stream and called me the N-word more few times. Stop scamming people. You need to stop and sleep with Taco. This is this is the nasty stuff that he has basically generated. So this is the disgusting stuff that Jamie supports. Jamie, when we get done with all the lawsuits, the last and final lawsuit will be civil court. This is the one we take him to court for basically claiming that our products were black paint, the scamming, calling us for scammers, the rumors and stuff he started. Man, this thing's going to jump. And I mean, when it's going to jump, it is going to jump. 10 to 20 years is what they're going to ask for your jail time. Psychiatric definite evaluation mandatory and a $2 million lawsuit. So he's going to get hit extremely bad. This guy at the end of the day is a scammer. He's ripped customers off. I mean, the guy clearly, and anyone can see it, anyone's ever been to his website or been on the blacklist can clearly see that his products were matching house paint in every demonstration that he did. Videos went missing. Same products that were sold, actually were caught in videos of him ripping people off, are sold directly on his website. Clearly out in the open, just scamming people. But yet, we're the scammers at the end. We're the bad guys in the day. But don't worry about that. All this will come out in court when we go to court multiple times for this nonsense. But I want you to hear this crap right here. This is just kind of stuff that Jamie generates and supports 100%. And yes, Jamie, we do call you a racist because we're not the first person who called you a racist. There was another fellow who came out also too claimed he was racist. On top of that, when you were on Instagram, you went into a racist rant over there, and those guys wanted to come down to your house and punch your teeth in.
But then again, who cares about your naysayers at the end of the day? You don't buy my product. And anybody else who runs their mouth online, gotta do business call.
I think it's a business call.
No, it's the hater. It's the hater. It is the hater. Hold on. Listen up, people. All right, before you start opening your mouth, listen to me very carefully. I'm in a live stream. So you know that anything you say will come up on the live stream. Go ahead.
Now, keep in mind, he was warned ahead of time. Where you're in a live stream, do not say anything because you will be recorded. But he didn't listen, so you waived your rights.
Do you like dick, Kenneth?
So this right here is the person, the guy who sent the white supremacist nonsense. I want you to listen. I want you to listen to some of these haters at the end of the day.
Why do you like Crow so much, dude?
Dude, what is seriously, what is wrong with you at the end of the day? Seriously.
What is wrong with you? We talk about Crow all day. You love him?
This is the guy right here. Right there. That's the guy who pulled off the number and contacted us. Look, man, at the end of the day, look, listen, you got mental problems. I really don't have time to have this. I don't have time to have this conversation with you. I'm not going to entertain you on this. Listen to me. I'm not going to entertain you on this. So, you have problems. Listen, you have problems at the end of the day. You hear that? Right there. Racial slurs. Call me a nigger right there. And there's a phone number right there from New Jersey.
Shut your mouth.
All right. Whatever, dude. At the end of the day, you need help.
Jamie, that's what you support. 100%. You support racist people, and you do. Just about majority, not saying all of them, but majority of some of the people we bumped into who have sent us messages on calling us niggers, spooks, you name it. Basically, back your product 100%. If I knew I had anybody that was basically backing my product, I would have definitely put them on blast right there from the door. But not you. You support that nonsense. And again, we have received colorful emails from you too also, Jamie. Basically, just carrying on and acting out, which I don't understand because you're Mexican. You do know that, right? And like I said, of all races that basically that can treat somebody with that kind of nasty, support that kind of nasty attitude at the end of the day, I would think you would have a little bit more compassion, considering the fact that my friends that are Mexican had to go through a whole lot of heck to get over here, to be able to have good jobs, to be able to be treated decently, to be able to have a nice life, they had to go through some stuff. And this is how you carry yourself at the end of the day as a professional, as a businessman. This is how you carry yourself, by supporting this nonsense. At the end of the day, you support this nonsense. You're 100 on board with it, 100% on board with it. Because we used to receive emails under Blackbird. Man, you just have no respect for anybody whatsoever. And just to show you how much disrespect this person has for anybody, this is a person who went on and defiled his own website by basically showing pornography on his website, carrying on at the same nasty attitude. And again, yes, when I put there in the comment section, you are a scammer, you do rob people. Right here. Show this a dozen times. This is you in the blacklist. And the same product that you sell right here, that you got caught scamming people in, matching house paint, you turn around and sell the same product on your website. So your credibility, it doesn't even exist. You don't have any credibility at all, period. This is a person who has robbed people, stole from people, cheated people.
Washing the screen out.
Everything you could possibly think of. There we are. There you go. So if you sit there and say that I'm an honest person at the end of the day, that I don't rob and I don't steal from people, yes, you do. Right there. That's your video on Network Crows1176, and sat there in the video and matched it. You got a nerve to spread rumors about me at the end of the day. I work hard every single day. I get up and I basically do videos. I basically build screens. We build environments. We go design websites. And you sit there and label me as a scammer. And you're right up here on camera matching a house paint and still selling the house paint on your website. That dark crystal mix doesn't exist. Even came in and changed the name at the very last minute to try to make it sound like it was a product that exists. And still, when we went looking for it, it still didn't exist, but we found that interesting KKK thumbnail. This is the fellow right here. You're a thief. You rob from people, and yes, you are racist. And you associate with people that are racist, and you support it. The two individuals who were one with the KKK symbol and the, not symbol, but the KKK in the background, the burning cross, praises you, mentions your name. The other person calls on the phone, defends you 100%, and basically calls me a racist word 5 or 6 times. This is the fellow right here that they're defending. And got on a live stream, showed a receipt, painted a screen down, and ended up matching a house paint. Those customers paid about $90 or $95 for that product, and they got ripped off. Did they get their money back? No, because under his policy, if it lands on the property, it's your problem. If you open it, there's no exchange, there's nothing. You're stuck. Our products tested. All my products are tested, every single one of them. We have more test demonstrations than most people have in screen paint products. We back our products out more than anybody else. And every time we come up with something new, these guys are the first persons to hate on it. And it's not just him. There's a few of them. There is Mr. Matthew. Now, we can't say Mr. Matthew is racist. We can't put him in there at all, period. A part of the hate group? Yeah, he's part of it. Danny, yes, definitely part of the hate group. He's not, I haven't got anything racist from him yet. And I haven't got anything from Solid Wake 5 from them where it was racist, but they are part of the hate group. All of them have committed crimes against our company. Solid Wake 5 went in and basically did a fake unboxing on our product and claimed it to become up too dark and unwatchable. Posted YouTube videos committing fraud against our company. He's got serious charges coming up at the end of the year in civil court. Danny has civil charges, in civil court we'll be suing him also too for slander, because you also made statements that our product came up too dark and unwatchable. So unless you have proof, gentlemen, that any of this ever existed, you don't have a chance in court. You're going to get sued. Now, this one is the worst of the worst. He has multiple lawsuits. As a matter of fact, we have a lawsuit coming up in this summer for copyright infringement for Mr. Fernando Gonzalez. On top of that, including charges for stalking charges, terrorist threats. Also, too, there's also charges involving hate crimes, which involves in racial slurs that were found in the emails that they actually had to trace back to the account that came from him. Yeah, he's involved in a lot of dirty stuff. Now, again, I can come out here and show that your credibility doesn't exist. You are not a worth person to be trusted ever, because again, this is him actually matching Network Gray 773, which is a basic house paint that you could buy directly from Sherwin-Williams. But yet, he comes out and calls people scammers every day. This man has no respect for his business due to the fact that he sat there and basically shot pornography all over his messenger, along with curse words and scamming and all kinds of just loose cannon just completely went off the handle. And because we come out here and we out him, we are supposed to be triggered. We're supposed to be obsessed with him. So let me get this straight. If you're allowed to do dirt and rip people off and no one says anything about it and allows you to continue on, then this is good and this is okay. But if someone outs him for the stuff he's doing, then everybody else is triggered and everybody else is wrong. They're living on the wrong planet. That's one. Second video. And
this is the result, and you see a difference in that? Really?
Personal mix got ripped off. Because this is a demonstration of him walking right out of a Home Depot with bare silver screen in hand and then turn around and match the product right there in his apartment. What happened to the videos? They're missing. He got rid of them. Now we have bare silver screen, which is personal mix. We have Cinemax, which we have here. And then even worse, we have the free paint that he used to give away for free. Let me see where you are at. This is the missing video right there. Here we are. Free screen paint for free from Jamie. Showing you how to make the Metallica Mix 2.0 for free. Frankenstein completely pulled, can't find any video demonstrations. We're the only ones who have the video demonstrations on that product right there. Caught in the middle of a live stream and decided to pull a video down. Oh, by the way, this is the YouTube channel of Solid Wake 5. We have dozens of these right here. When you deleted all your videos off your account, keep in mind this guy's going to face some serious charges. And when we get a hold of him, we bring him for civil court. Not only did you get caught with a fake unboxing of the product that you never even owned, but you continue to go online and slander my company, claiming that our products were nothing but they were too dark and they weren't showing up. You did a fake unboxing, which means you claimed that you went to United States Postal Service Postal Service, picked up a box that you sealed yourself and put all this in there and packed yourself and claimed it was delivered. Under the United States Postal Service, they consider that to be postal fraud. You know what their terms are basically for time at the end of the day is 10 or 20 years in jail and $30 million. Something like fine. It's crazy, something insane it is. But yeah, he's facing that, including our lawsuit against him too, also too, for committing fraud against our company. There you go. I don't like to talk about stuff unless I can basically back it up. You know how I work at the end of the day. So basically, yeah, this individual caught multiple times committing fraud, getting caught trying to hide evidence. We're still looking for these receipts, which we never even got. He claims he had the 39, never got those receipts. And in this demonstration over here, literally got caught trying to remove a video off his channel and got busted for it. Had a nerve to write down, don't believe everything you hear, and literally removed the video in a live stream, trying to hide evidence. We sat there. The reason why we found out about the KKK and the burning cross in the background is because he went in and tried to make the dark crystal mix, which is a fake mix that doesn't exist, seem real by posting videos that were like 10 and 9 days old, which we can clearly show those videos didn't even exist when we first posted about that product. And then you changed the name to Dark Crystal Edge. When you changed it to that, if you go and copy and paste that, that video pulls up automatically. That's how we found the video. And you can sit there and say, hey, that was from Bad Boys 2. Doesn't make a difference. You have plenty of clips that you could have pulled from that movie instead of that one. Any company, I don't care, any company on the face of the planet right now, if you had used it as a thumbnail next to their company, would have asked you to pull it or get sued because they don't want to be affiliated with that. You know what that symbol meant and you kept it there for 5 years. So you support racist nonsense, you do. You can sit there and put that, you're probably putting some all Black Lives Matter or something lies. Man, you're so fake on that. You ain't about that. You know you're not about that. So you need to stop that right from the door. I saw that when you got caught the last time doing something where we had people calling in, come here, calling me nigger at the end of the day, and you had to put something up. Oh, no, you're not about that. Because at the end of the day, you're an untrustworthy, sneaky little worm. That's what you are, a snake in the grass. Because your credibility right here proves it all at the end of the day, how sneaky you are. Right here, I can prove how much of a snake in the grass you are. Simply by what we have here alone. Items that you have ripped customers off for years, making them believe that they were getting something when they were just getting nothing more than just house paint products. We've been here dozens of times. You know where I'm going. And you can rant and carry on. Show your colors. Good. Carry on, act up. Well, it's still going to be on your website. That's some in there carrying on and acting up. So let me show you right here. These are the products that I just showed you that he's ripping people off. This is Crow's credibility right here. Cinemax. Nothing more than just house paint. That's all it is. Right there on the camera, bearing receipts, showing the container, painting it down, and matching house paint, and still selling the product on his website for 60 bucks. That's a person at the end of the day you can trust his credibility, right? Okay. 2.0, you can actually make that for free. Actually shows a thumbnail how to make it for free. Metallica 2.0. That used to be the personal mix. Right there. He swapped it out because the personal mix was getting too much heat because it was bare silver screen. So he swapped it out for something different. Shipping policy. Strictly designed to rip off his customers right from the door. Lands on your property, it's yours. Open it up, it's yours. No way around that policy. Come right back up to the top here. Let's go to the overseas customers. They're getting ripped off. Overseas customers are paying $165, $70 surcharge fee. What's sitting there waiting for them? Well, check the selection. Personal mix, we just saw that, bare silver screen. Frankenstein, again, no videos, no demonstrations, and again, it keeps changing colors as it goes along, so we don't know what it is. Cinemax, Network Gray 773. UB Mix, well, we had a customer complain about that, didn't have any change to his walls in his basement, and we were able to make that using the demonstration that he showed you how to make with the black and white paint. 6 tablespoons into black, and we made it with no problem whatsoever. So they get ripped off too in the process. Now, Jamie, you can sit there and argue with me and say, hey, look, my credibility. How is your credibility good? You literally have it right here in plain view for everyone to see. There's the videos right there showing you matching these products. There they are, you selling them. Unless you can get on camera and show you something completely different, but you haven't done that, so it is what it is. Let me show you something even more interesting. See right here, we have the Frankenstein mix. You see these two pictures here? These pictures right here are for the Frankenstein. So is this one right here. All right, so if you come over here, do you see anything in the selection under Dark Crystal Mix? Because first it was called Dark Crystal Mix, and then it was converted to Dark Crystal Mix Edge. That's how we found the KKK image. So do you see it in there anywhere, right? You just see the Frankenstein, right? Okay, because he wanted to change his pictures at the last minute. Who knows? He constantly changes the website at will, which is kind of scary because this site is more like a carnival ride than anything else. So right here it says Dark Crystal Mix, right? But at the bottom it says Dark Crystal Mix Edge. Same pictures we have here are for the Frankenstein. So how is it possible that you have a product here that you say that it's new and you've been selling it called Crow's Dark Crystal Mix, Crystal Edge Mix, that's what it's called now. It has the exact same image as the Frankenstein, and for overseas customers, and the title, what it used to be, is called Frankenstein, which means this is all fake. This is where your credibility goes right down the drain. It's where you can show clearly you've been ripping people off for years. What have you been telling them at the end of the day? Oh, I got 5 orders. What did you tell them in the 5 orders? Did you tell them that, hey, my stuff is matching house paint? Did you tell them, hey, I got videos here? Did you post any of the videos to your website, giving your customers a choice of which ones they want to order? Didn't do any of that, did you? Let's see what we got here. Before you talk, so you know that we are in a live stream. So if you say anything, you will be recorded.
I'm sick and tired of you yapping your mouth on this here internet about your little screen paint. This needs to stop right away. You hear me?
And what's going to happen if I don't?
You're being nothing more but a bonehead right now.
And what happens if I don't? Talk about this fellow who's ripping people off.
You've been ripping people off for a decade. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, we just came out of a video stream of watching Jamie match house paint and selling the same product on his website. What do you think about that?
Well, what do you think about the fact that you've been stealing from people for over a decade?
All my stuff is tested. I didn't ask you, sir. I didn't ask you that question. I said, I'm gonna ask you a simple question, and then I'm gonna block you. I asked you a simple question. What do you feel? So basically, I'm gonna ask you a question. So basically,
you are going to hell.
All right, I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you a question. Now you talking over me. I gave you a chance to talk. You saw the video demonstration of Jamie matching house paints. What do you think about that?
I don't care about that. I care about the fact that you're
there you go. Told you. Goodbye. That's all I need to hear from you. Bye-bye. So that's what I told you at the end of the day. Doesn't make a difference. This is what we call the sheep at the end of the day. You got a chance to hear a sheep crystal clear. Doesn't make a difference at all. Period. First things first, my products are tested. All my products are tested. If my products didn't work, it'd be virtually impossible for me to display them, for my customers to have them, for the church that displays my demonstrations right there. You can all see that's just jealousy at the end of the day. Right there, we just showed him matching house paint and the demonstration right here with him in the video doing it. And I asked him about it. He said, it doesn't matter. That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of ignorance we deal with, that kind of nonsense. And those are the kind of sheep we deal with at the end of the day. These are people that will worship him, serve him, whatever you call it at the end of the day. And these are people who've been ripped off by him that will continue to be ripped off by him because, again, they're sheep. So, again, I'm glad this guy called in, so you got a chance to hear it first. And this is why when you guys come into my room, this is why we give you the name sheep. You know what sheep are, right? They will follow anything, and I mean anything. If that person walks off the side of a cliff, they will go with it. And that's what you guys follow. Now, for our customers, they don't follow that nonsense. But these guys at the end of the day, yeah, they will buy this stuff regardless whether this stuff matches house paint or not. These are called sheep. So yeah, he was very careful not to say anything. This is the same person, changed his number this time, but the same person. He was very careful not to say anything with no N words attached to it, because again, I think somebody had reached out to him. So not nobody on my end, but somebody did reach out to him because he changed his whole attitude after that. All right, so I'm glad you got it. Here he comes again. Let me warn him again. Before you speak and open your mouth, you are at a live stream, so you are being recorded, so you know.
Coward. That's it. You're a coward.
Okay, so
You're
basically,
you're a coward.
so you have nothing better to do. Don't you work?
Do you work?
I'm working right now. Actually, I'm working right
You
now.
haven't worked in years.
I'm working
The
right
last
now.
job you had was security at a retail store, you loser.
No, I never worked
You
at a retail
stop
store.
stealing from people.
Okay, but look, bottom line is I'm working right now. So apparently,
You're not working. You're
yeah.
lying.
Okay,
You're
I'm lying.
and you're smearing because your paint is garbage.
Mhm.
Everyone knows it's garbage. Even you know it's garbage.
Okay. So basically, you're saying that Jamie's product is the real deal?
Freaking boardwalk.
I'm
Why
asking you.
won't you
No,
do an independent
I asked you.
review?
Look, I asked you a question. I said, you said Jamie's product is the real deal.
Yes, it is. Why don't you do an independent review like we've been
And
having?
wait. Let me ask you a question. And you're saying his product doesn't match house paint in any way?
It does not. But yours does. Yours matches black paint.
Mm-hmm. All
Why
right.
don't you do an
Bye-bye,
independent-
sir. Literally just sat there and said it doesn't match. We just saw it. We just watched a few minutes ago. All right, let me block him real quick because he has some problems right there. Something wrong with him. Anyway, as you saw right there, clearly said that no, his product doesn't match house paint. Interesting. But this is the fellow in the video matching house paint. Okay. That's pretty sad, Jamie. These are your supporters at the end of the day. This is pretty sad. Unbelievable. And same person in the video who mentioned the N-word.
That's all to it. Racial slurs. Call me a nigger. I don't have time to have this conversation with you. I'm not going to today.
Why do you like Crow so much, dude?
Same person. You do. This guy's changed his number, but it's the same person.
Dude, what is seriously, what is wrong with you at the end of the day? Seriously.
What is wrong with you? You talk about Crow all day. You love him.
This is the guy right here. Right there. That's the guy we pulled off the number and contacted us. Look, man, at the end of the day, look, listen, you got mental problems. I really don't have time to have this. I don't have time to have this conversation with you. I'm not going to entertain you on this.
That's the
Listen,
new number?
I'm not going to entertain you on this. So, you have problems. Listen, you have problems at the end of the day. You hear that? Right there. Racial slurs. Call me a nigger. Right there.
There you go, Jamie. Those are the people you support 100%. And that man just sat there and said, you could show him that video right there and he'll go, nope, that doesn't match his product at all. That looks completely different. Yeah, that's the nonsense that he generates. Those are the people he hangs around at the end of the day. Jamie, I'm going to tell you something. No company is going to touch you with a 10-foot pole. No one's going to touch you with a 10-foot pole. Those people will, but no one else is going to touch you with a 10-foot pole, period, at all, because of what you're tied to at the end of the day. And again, from the people that you angered with that nonsense, it's not going to go well for you. It really isn't. It really going to go well for you. You have pretty much destroyed your company completely. When we get done with you in the lawsuit, there'll be nothing left. After that, you'll be finished and you'll be done with. Your credibility is completely gone. Like I said, at the end of the day, you can clear. I've said a lot, don't I? At the end of the day, I literally heard myself say it like 1,000 times. I got to put that on a shirt now. But anyway, you can clearly see that basically, no matter what, this guy can basically sell people just regular water with food dye in it and a sprinkle of glitter, and these people will buy it because those are what we call sheep. And now you got a chance to hear what a sheep sounds like. All right, people, that's basically about it. I don't want to make the video too long. Got a chance to see some of the racist comments that we get from these individuals. Jamie does support this 100%. If he sits there and says, no, I don't support this, dude, yes, you do support this 100%. Again, that thumbnail sat there for 5 years. And for you to come in and say, hey, that has nothing to do with me at the end of the day, it has plenty to do with you. If that was Pepsi, McDonald's, Timberland, Adidas, any one of those companies, Versace, anyone that was next to a symbol like that, they would have pulled that quick. So fast, it wasn't even funny. Say, look, man, we don't want to be associated with those symbols at all. And you let that sit there for 5 years. And there's quite a lot of videos in there where this guy constantly talks about you all the time. All right, buddy, you reap what you sow, and you reaped quite a lot in this one right here. So that's basically about it. Now, again, I've been working, and I still got to do updates for the website, and we got to get ready to prep because we find out now that we're going to be doing another section of that building that we're going to be working on. All right, as for your haters, at the end of the day, well, you are what you are. That's the bottom line. And clearly anyone can see it's just pure jealousy. If my products are so fake, and feel free to go through my massive amount of video demonstrations and complete every single one of them. I mean, if I'm such a fake and a phony, at the end of the day, it should be easy to complete any of my demonstrations, correct? Well, how come none of the challenges have ever been met? First things first, I wouldn't do a one-on-one with you guys to begin with because the dirty stuff that you guys have done, fake unboxings of our products, never purchased anything from us, products mixed with black paint, stuff like that, dirty things you've done down through time. Why would anyone trust you at the end of the day? Who would trust you? Right there, clearly on his website, he is selling products that are basically house paint with him in the videos. So who would trust you at the end of the day? Anything you say out of your mouth is nothing but a tomb of snakes. Who would honestly trust you? Did you take any of the items off your website when you match house paint? Nope. Did you show a policy to your customers and give them their money back? Nope. Matter of fact, your policy clearly states that if it lands on the property, it's theirs. If they open it up, it's theirs. No way around that one, is there? There's no other way out. So I guess your credibility is out the window. There you go. All right, well, I got to get ready because I got to go map out on Monday to do a setup. We're going to be doing a painting on Monday, paint and dry on Monday, and showing off our technology at this new place. And as I said before, Jamie, fair warning, so you know this from the door. You may have been able to bully Hector. You may have been able to bully other people at the end of the day. But the people we are dealing with, you try that, and they have your address. They'll be at your front door with lawyers and police and all kinds of stuff at the end of the day. You wouldn't believe how fast and how quick that would trigger off if you do say anything about these people at the end of the day. And they've seen the videos, they know who you are, and they made it quite clear to me, if there's a problem, they will take care of it. So you better mind your business, stay in your backyard and chill, because again, these are the kind of people who have the money and power to drag you in court and make your life a living, excuse my French here, people, hell. All right, gotta go, and God bless.